And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so it's the day after we drew to Aris Limassol, and within the Rangers camp it really does feel like a defeat. A missed opportunity, most definitely. Of course we did secure a place at the very minimum in the Europa Conference League. However, that is not the point. We're playing the lowest ranked team within our Europa League group at Ibrox, place that so far this season we've already beat Sparta Prague, we've already beat Real Betis, and we drew with Aris Limassol. Again, not a very good team at all, despite them already beating us at Ibrox. I fully expected us to go out there and win by 4 or 5 goals, but the performance was honestly disgraceful. I didn't like it at all. It's just not good. It's just not a good performance considering we had such a really good run. It was a positive feeling just before the international break. And yeah, to put in a performance like that, 2 draws on the bounce, it just leaves a really dirty taste within our mouths. Look, our Europa League journey isn't over just yet. Of course, we do win on the final day against Real Betis in Seville. Then we'll qualify as the group winners and go straight to the last 16. If we draw, well, we're not guaranteed anything. We lose, well, it all depends. We could be going into the Conference League depending on all the other results in and around us. So it is imperative that we try and win that game. But look, we've got to park Europe up for now. You know, we need to find a win. We need to go up against Dundee this weekend. It's going to be another tough test. Games are coming thick and fast. And as I said, Rangers need to find that winning momentum, need to find that winning ways again, especially if we want to challenge for the title. Look, we're at home. Celtic have got St Johnstone, so that could pose a tricky thing, you know, going away from homes like in the Scottish Premiership, it can always pose something. A draw could be a disaster, but we really need to make sure that we get back to winning ways for ourselves. But if there's another slipped opportunity or another slip up, we need to capitalise on it because Celtic won't slip that many more times going forward. So it's very, very imperative we brush ourselves down and go again. But yeah, it doesn't take away the disappointment I have in the side after last night's draw. I keep saying, almost saying defeat. It almost feels like a defeat, but yeah, I can't get over it, but we got to park it up. Guys, in today's video though, we're going to be speaking something a bit more positive, if you like. Of course, we come to you about last year, or maybe, yeah, start of the year, and talk to you about the sort of Club World Cup. Obviously, the Club World Cup is getting a revamp, and of course, Rangers' name has been sort of dragged around and always been murmured as a team that could potentially play in this Club World Cup in 2025. It is said to be a very, very lucrative competition, somewhere that's going to be hosted in the United States. And basically, if you don't know what the Club World Cup is, it's basically all of the winners of the sort of CONCACAF, or the winners of like the Copa Libertadores from South America, winners from the American or the Northern American equivalent, the African equivalent, the Oceanic equivalent, Asian equivalent, and of course the European equivalent, all coming together in a competition that usually takes place in December, and basically you win a trophy. But as I stated, they want to revamp this and turn it into like a World Cup format, where more teams are actually going to be competing from South America, from North America, from Asia, from Europe, etc., etc. Now, the first time that this came around, we got light that Rangers could be potentially in there due to their sort of heroics of getting to the Europa League final back in 2022. However, of course, we have taken a bit of a free fall with regards to our coefficient, with regards to a potential place within the Club World Cup, but it isn't dead and buried just yet. We could still be a part of the new lucrative competition. However, there is work to be done, and this is to be achieved by Philippe Clement and the team. As we stated before, this is going to be a competition that takes place in June 2025 and will feature 32 teams every 4 years. Teams from throughout the globe, as I've stated, will take part, and so far Chelsea, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and this season's Champions League winners will automatically qualify. They will then be joined by the next 8 highest ranked teams as per UEFA's coefficient between the years of 2021 and 2024. Only 2 teams will be allowed per country, but it is not exactly determined how the participants of the tournament will be decided just yet. As it stands though, it looks likely to be determined by overall UEFA coefficient points. So that would currently include Chelsea, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Roma, Inter Milan, PSG, Villarreal, RB Leipzig, FC Porto and Benfica. If one of those clubs, which is a very realistic possibility, wins the Champions League this season, then this is where Rangers could benefit and actually qualify for the tournament. As one of Rangers, Feyenoord, Rotterdam, Ajax and Club Brugge could be involved. So in order for us to keep this option alive, we basically need to be keeping on winning and trying to go on a European run and rack up as much coefficient points as possible. As I said, to do this, a run to the Europa League knockouts would be imperative, but the Conference League, it could also work. Maybe I don't think you get as much coefficient points for the Conference League, but certainly in the Europa League. So if we do win against Real Betis, then we do have a chance, of course, then going on a run, because we'd be out to the last 16. We'll get a good chunk of coefficient points. So the dream isn't dead just yet, and we could go on a run to the final, say again. Now the situation is with the teams that I just mentioned, that it's out of Rangers, Feyenoord, Ajax and Club Brugge. Now, Ajax currently are going to be eliminated from their Europa League group, so I don't think that they're going to be involved. The same could be said for Club Brugge. I don't think they're doing too well. Feyenoord are the other side, of course, in Celtic's group currently, and do currently sit third in the Europa League, and the third in the Champions League, and will go into the Europa League, as Celtic have finished rock bottom. They won't be getting any European football over Christmas. Or after Christmas. So the situation is that I think we would have to do a head-to-head with sort of Feyenoord and see who actually gets further with regards to this year's competition, and obviously have to have a Champions League winner from the teams I mentioned before, which I'll go through again. Chelsea, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Roma, Inter Milan, PSG, Villarreal, RB Leipzig, Porto and Benfica. Of course, Chelsea probably won't win it, but you're looking at the three favourites to win the Champions League this year. I would say Real Madrid, Manchester City and Bayern Munich. So if one of those three teams are there or thereabouts in terms of it, then we do have a good chance, but we do have to go on a run this year. So the dream isn't dead just yet. It is a very lucrative competition. Rangers would be given a £40 million handshake just for entering and just for taking part. But despite sort of reports stating that this dream is dead, it absolutely is not. As I stated, those are the three things that Rangers need to qualify this year. That's, of course, the Champions League to go to one of the teams I've mentioned, Rangers to outperform Ajax, Feyenoord and Club Brugge. That would basically happen if we go on a run to the Europa League final, or to the run into the later stages of the Europa League, primarily getting further than Feyenoord. And that would probably see us seal our fate in the competition. But a very interesting one. Again, maybe unlikely for some fans. Some fans probably don't care, but I think it'd be quite cool to be a part of it. But that's the way that we can get there. Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts with regards to last night, first and foremost, with regards to the performance. And do you think there's a way that Rangers compete at that Club World Cup in 2025? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.